Good evening. We are calling tonight's regular school board meeting to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Superintendent, changes, additions, deletions to the amendment?
I have none.
Board? No. Thanks. Okay, so approval of minutes.
I recommend approval of the minutes from the executive session for collective bargaining, June 27th, 2022, and the regular school board meeting, June 27th, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Okay, we are on our representation tonight. We had a special recognition for Carter Electric. They were the company that was involved with our Eustis High School softball team, and they did the installation of the scoreboard that I'm sure that Mr. Carr would do a way better job of describing everything that went into that, but it was a significant contribution to the stadium, significant, and they were just a pleasure to work with. And so Mr. Carter was unable to attend. I'll just leave that there, but we did get him a plaque, and we're going to have the girls go to his office on Wednesday and recognize him just for his donation of service and time and commitment to our field. And then me and the girls have another special recognition as well. Do you mind?
No, please.
Oh, my goodness. This is very flattering. Oh, thank you for taking the time to show up. This is so cool.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Did you guys autograph the back of it? At least I can have this momentum as you go to the Olympics. This is outstanding. Thank you. I'm very flattered. Thank you. This is more than thoughtful. And I love the pose. That is definitely victory. I see victory right there. Thank you.
I came up here, so I'll just formally address it, that Mr. Carr put a lot of sweat and time and intense effort into the ball field, and so did his staff. And so me and a couple of the girls decided that we would recognize him and his staff and the job that they did, and it was incredible work, so we appreciate it very much. Thank you, ladies, for coming.
Thank you. It's all for the girls. I'm glad it worked out, and congratulations on your accomplishments. And I know next year is even going to be better. So thank you.
Thank you again.
Okay.
Go, man.
Do we have any public input? I didn't see any, but I came in and started the meeting, so.
I don't have any cards.
Okay. Okay, so Casey Edmondson, I hear you are up for our Education Foundation report.
Hi, good evening, guys. Chairperson, board members, and superintendent, my name is Casey Edmondson, and I serve as the Donor Development Relations Specialist for the foundation. So first of all, I wanted to start off with a bang. We are so pleased to announce that we have invested $1,115,790 this past school year back into Lake County schools. The auditor is coming in, and we should have the report to the board for approval by September. Our Take Stock in Children program achieved gold status for the third year in a row. They were also awarded a Luminary Status Award. This is for achieving a perfect score yet again. At the end of every school year, the Take Stock State Office grades them on key performance indicators in several categories. This is similar to how students get graded, and they scored 100 out of 100 possible points. This was an amazing feat considering that there were 2 new staff members that came on board mid-school year. Take Stock in Children is also hosting their 20th annual corporate spelling bee on September 15th. This is their signature fundraiser that they do every year. We have a few things coming up here at the foundation. Through a partnership with the Salvation Army, we were able to purchase $27,000 worth of backpacks. Those backpacks will be stuffed with school supplies and distributed to students in need. We have a group of special volunteers that are helping us stuff all of those backpacks from the Salvation Army and then Publix, and we are so excited and definitely appreciative of all their assistance. During the month of July, our Red for Ed school supply drive is going on, and we have 45 different drop-off sites across the county. Plus, this Saturday on July 16th from 9 to 1, our community partner, Collier Financial, is hosting Shred for Ed here in the school district parking lot. Anyone can bring in their documents that they need to be shredded. All they have to do is donate a school supply for us. We're excited to launch our annual employee giving campaign at the end of this month. Our foundation board and every staff member believe in our mission, and we are personal donors. We're looking forward to having an even greater impact on our mission from the employee contributions for the next school year. Our new teachers will be the first to see this year's campaign video when we reveal it at Launch into Lake on July 26th. Speaking of our new teachers, we're going to be opening our Apple Mart stores for a special date for them. On Friday, August 5th, during pre-planning, they can come by from 10 to 2 and shop. All of our other teachers will be able to start shopping at our Apple Mart stores starting Wednesday, August 10th, the first day of school. We'll then be open every Wednesday after school. And don't forget, we have Stepping Out for Education, July 29th and 30th. Saturday night has already sold out, but there are still tickets available for Friday night. And our 6 celebrity dancers have been finalizing all the details to give you all an amazing performance. Our teacher classroom grant cycle is also now open, and teachers can go to our website at edfoundationlake.com for more information and to download the form. Last year, we were able to fund over $135,000 in classroom grants. The exec committee meets again on July 20th, and we're planning an in-person board meeting here at the district office on July 27th at noon. Are there any questions?
Thank you
Thank you.
very much, Ms. Edmondson. Mr. Johnson? Perfect. All right, we are on our consent agenda.
We had one item of unfinished business for Mr. Johnson to address.
Yes, ma'am. There was a Form 88B memorandum of voting conflict filed by Mr. Brandenburg. There was an item that came up on the items that came up on the June 27th, 2022 regular school board meetings, number 8.01, 8.02, and 8.112. 8.12. Mr. Brandenburg refrain from voting on these particular items as they might implicate his employer as a benefactor. Mr. Brandenburg has now filed the appropriate form to represent that issue. That's all.
Madam Chair.
I was going to say, do we need to vote on that? Go ahead.
No, go ahead with that first, because I've got some more for tonight, unfortunately, with renewal of fiscal. So I need to pull some more items before we approve the consent agenda.
Oh, okay, great. Did we need to vote on that, Mr. Johnson, or is it just a statement?
We'll need to pull the items that he feels that he is unable to vote
No, I'm
on.
talking about number 7, the one you just did.
Oh, that's no need to vote on it. It's just an announcement for the record.
Okay, perfect. Which ones, Mr. Brandenburg?
Tonight, I need to pull 8.01, 8.02, 8.04, 8.05, and 8.07. Same as last time, could be the potential benefactor of my employer. And again, out of an abundance of caution, some of them I don't think apply directly, but just to be safe, anything we've got a relationship with, I wanted to pull. So
You're pulling or you're abstaining?
I'm abstaining, excuse me. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll pull
Recuse
them and then
myself
we'll
from
vote
voting on those
separately.
items.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brandenburg. So now I think we're on the consent agenda.
We are. I recommend approval of consent agenda items 8.03, 8.06, and 8.08 to 10.04.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye on that one, yeah. So, sorry, thought that was a recusal.
No, that was his that he pulled.
Those were all of the ones that you did not pull.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye, approved, so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I said that late, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, and now we'll go back and do each of those individually that you're abstaining from voting. I recommend approval of 8.01.
Any discussion?
Can we just group all those?
I was wondering the same
Oh,
thing, but
since
you
they're
said
all still
individually, so.
They're all still consent items.
Yes,
Oh.
they are.
Yes, thank you. Let's do it that way. I recommend approval of items 8.01, 8.02, 8.04, 8.05, and 8.07.
Second. Any discussion again? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great.
From the capital plan discussion a little while ago, there was an interest in moving forward with an emergency item based on the timing of the Lake Gym quote that we received for the completion of the ball field at Mount Dora. I'm not sure because if we can declare that as the emergency item and remove for approval based on what they've already submitted, or if we're going to have to get a separate.
Well, number one, I need an explanation for what's the nature of the emergency.
Had to
The
do
nature
the-
of the emergency is we're gonna need.
So you're only requesting to move forward with negotiating the lease?
Correct.
That's the superintendent's, the chairman's call on whether that constitutes sufficient to be
I have
an
no idea what you guys are even
emergency.
talking about, so it's really
Yeah.
difficult for me to make a call on that, just so you know, we
It's-
weren't here.
It is the Lake Gym, and they are proposing to replace the baseball field at Mount Dora. It will be a lease purchase, so it's over 4 years. In that 4 years, we will make payments, but they maintain all the maintenance component to it. The interest on that over 4 years is $12,000. In my mind, or we could buy it for $242,000, plus then we handle our own maintenance and all that business. So the discussion that was held, Chairman, was that for $12,000 to have one single source person that you're pointing your finger at when the grass is bad makes a whole lot of sense. And it frees up capital dollars that we can use for other projects.
So our approval tonight, or the vote you're asking
Is-
for is,
Is merely to have the negotiation, so we're off, so we know that we're moving that direction.
Madam Chairman, I believe that is not a concern to me, that is in excess of what would be normally emergency action. You're only being asked to essentially move it forward, which would you probably be able to ask anyway, even without the vote. So I don't have any problem if you want to declare it to be an emergency item for the purposes of directing staff and their lawyer's office to start negotiating. It's going to have to come back to you anyway.
so do we even need to vote, or we just say move forward on the negotiations?
I think that's probably sufficient, yes,
Is that
ma'am.
sufficient to you?
Okay, so, but why couldn't we do it in a workshop? We got to do it here, and now then you're saying we didn't need to do anything, you can move forward.
We're not allowed to vote on things at a workshop, Mr.
Okay, so we're just going to
Mathias.
vote.
There's nothing to,
Well, you're
Staff
not
may do
asking,
this
right.
anyway.
Okay, so,
In the
Right.
absence of a.
so you're saying with a consensus of us all looking at you, you now will move forward without us actually saying or voting on anything, right? I'm just trying to be clear, because I'm good, it's not an emergency, it's just an
We're-
emergency to me.
We were going to move forward with it to bring back something as quickly as we can.
On the lease part.
Yes, sir.
And is this just the Mount Dora field, or is this the whole collection of fields
This
that we
is
talked about?
This is starting one field for right now.
This is just one field.
And then we move into,
Mount Dora.
All right.
with us freeing up those capital dollars, now we can look at what it looks like.
Okay.
And then the current maintenance that's happening on those fields? I don't
We'll
wanna
go, we'll
be
end up
redundant.
pulling that from the current provider.
So will the cost go down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we're not doing anything until it comes back before the board for a vote.
First, we have to have a contract in place with these new people before we pull out of
Yes.
the old contract.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, I do hereby declare that it's not an emergency, because I guess we could just handle it in here like we could have an hour ago.
I'm going to note Mr. Mathias's comments for later, actually.
Was there anything further that needed to be addressed before? Superintendent?
No, that was it.
Oh, no, it's your,
Oh, it's, I just wanted to ask if the board might consider the cancellation of the previously scheduled board meeting for August the 8th. That is the week that school begins, and as has happened in the past, there are some school events and some back-to-school events I know that myself and others would like to attend. And so I've talked with Ms. Challenger about advertising that meeting be canceled if the board so pleases.
I don't have any objections.
Good by me.
are you good? Mr. Mathias, are you good with that?
I just deleted it. That's good.
That was the meeting where his contract was going to come back, right?
I think we'll have that one hopefully back by the 25th. That's going to be our goal, is to get that one back on the next agenda as quickly as we can, depending on how quickly Mr. Johnson and I are able to get that agreement done.
Okay. Was
All
that
right,
your
so Ms.
report?
Challenger, you have the August 8th meeting then. Yeah. All right, that's all I have this evening.
Board, Mr. Mathias?
The only thing I have is, as we've moved into August, is I do have a table at the Lincoln Reagan dinner. If anyone wants to come, I have 4 seats. So if it fits into your schedule, it's going to be at Mission Inn, 6 o'clock. They're VIPs, so you'll get to meet the speaker, who I know nothing about. So that's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Brandyberg?
I just have one quick comment. As you know, school grades came out this week, and wanted to give a huge shout out to Beverly Shores and Leesburg Elementary for some huge gains. District 2 is moving in the right direction and continue to do some wonderful things. So very proud of them and excited for what's going to happen moving forward.
Great. Mrs. Cunningham?
At the same time, I'd like to congratulate Mount Dora High School. They have the better high school scores in the district. That's something they worked very hard for, and I'm very proud of them. I'd also like to report to the board that I recently attended a planning meeting at Tavares High School with the principal and the IB coordinator, and I am now an up-to-speed IB school board member. And I think we should be very proud of their work. Along with Mrs. Sellis, who has helped them tremendously. I was extremely impressed in our meeting that took a while, but I felt very educated once I left. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen with them. So congratulations and kudos to you, ma'am, and your whole department.
Thank you, Ms. Cunningham. Mr. Dodd?
Yes, a couple of things made me smile this week. When I saw those district grades come out, very excited to see that we maintained a B. I think I was nervous all year long because I just know how far we had come and how many gains we had seen and how close we were to that A prior, and just knowing that the challenges for our teachers and for our students and our faculty they didn't stop this year, that still there were so many interruptions, and yet students performed. They showed up and did very well. So excited about all those people that contributed to those great successes. The other thing that really made me smile was seeing the district and the LCA come to agreements so quickly and having ready to put that to a vote. It made today's budget workshop a lot easier, because one of those questions we always ask is, is there money for raises in here? We already knew the answer to that. So kudos for that kind of timeline, because that gives you much more confidence when you go in to vote on a budget, knowing that our employees are taken care of. So well done.
All right, great. I have nothing, thanks.
Oh, wow.